Okay, this is a part 2, how to replace a bad battery in one of these sharper image camera. And so finally I have the battery, and what I did is the battery came with an adapter in the back in here that plugs in, but in here, as you can see, it doesn't plug in, it's soldered in right here at these two wires sticking out. That's the reason why I cut them off, not completely desolder it, because then I wouldn't remember like which where did I put it, where it is supposed to plus goes and minus goes. So the very first thing I'm going to do is I got my soldering iron, which by the way I love this this particular one. It's a TS100, and I'm powering it off of this Ryobi battery, which I shown in some of my videos. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and get my solder, and we're gonna pre-tint these ends. And the reason you do that is because it's easier than to solder. Okay. Now I'm gonna put my fancy eyes on, because I cannot see very well, and we know that on the right side is minus, so I'm going to desolder Here's a trick. If for some reason it doesn't want to desolder very fast, just put a little bit of fresh lead on your tip and then apply that, and then it comes off like that. And the one on the left is plus. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and clean the tip, get ourselves some fresh lead, and put the plus where it belongs. And then turn it a little bit, and let's put the minus where it belongs. Again, I'm going to clean the tip and get a fresh dab of lead. Tug it. It looks good, so I clean the tip. I shut off the power. And now this thing actually should work. Now this battery goes inside here in this area right here. Now when I took it out, remember that it was glued to this part here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just tug it right back in, and then make sure that when you tug these wires, maybe I should put it the other way like that, so the wire will go in first. There we go. I think that might be a better way to do it, and this way the wires are nicely pointing this way, so that's good. And it should be charged enough to take pictures. So I'm gonna, for now, before I'm gonna put this this piece back, I'm gonna go ahead and just stick this in. I'm not gonna screw it in or anything. Oh, my camera just shut off. There we go. I should hit. I'm going to hit record, and that way this camera will not. Sorry about that. Looked funny for a second. Okay. We're going to put this back in the housing, Okay, and then we're going to push the power button, and now we have a image, and it says no SD card, which is correct. That sits over there, so it's working. Okay, so we'll push the power button again. And Sharper Image Camera goes to sleep when you hold down the power button for a few seconds. Let's go ahead and pull this out. Okay, and what we need to do is make sure that everything is tucked well. The screen, of course, is all fingerprints, so I'm going to try to clean it off with one of these little pouches that it works on glasses, clean glasses. So I'm going to clean the LCD display. Okay, so that's pretty clean. Turn this back to my pocket. Alrighty, so now let's go ahead and put the camera back in. There we go. And you're going to feel that it's seated. Okay, so now we're going to retrieve our screws. So remember last time when we were undoing this, unscrewing, I had this little magnet in here with screws in here, so I don't lose them because they are so easy to lose. The advantage is that all these screws are identical, the same length, so that's a good news because I don't have to then try to figure out which screw goes where. And I magnetize the tip so the screw will always be held, as you can see right here probably. I don't know if it's for show on this camera better. And now we're gonna have to return the screws that were screwed in here. And then there are also those screws on the bottom that we need to screw back in. Okay, the screen looks nice and flush, so that part went well. Now don't forget to put this piece back, which is that little thing that goes right here on the bottom, and what it does, it basically, this is where you screw in your tripod or whatever attachment you have. So we're gonna go ahead and take this piece right here. It goes in one way only. Oh, that camera just keeps shutting off on me. I think I must have run. Okay, well, why don't I take this video here and make it bigger, since the other camera is shutting down on me here all the time. Okay, so this little piece that sticks out comes towards the front of the case, or where the lens is pointing. So otherwise, if you put it in this way, there is a little indent right in here. It won't work. So make sure that you put it in correctly. Okay. So we'll take that and push it in. Okay. Now I use my fingertip to hold that. And get a first screw and put it in by hand. Okay, we're going to take the second screw. This one we can put it with a screwdriver. Oops, I just dropped it. Magnetize the screwdriver tip a little bit. Okay, now we need to put the 4 screws into the 4 corners. And the 4th one. Okay, now let's test it one more time. And as you can see, the sharper image pops up. It says no card, which is fine. Hold that button down until you're going to get this image sharper image screen again. It's turned off. Okay, so now what we want to do is we want to return the lid back the way it was, which means it goes this way, and then you snap it. So now it's all together, and then the screws goes back on the sides. There's a screw here, a screw here, and then 2 screws on the bottom. So you should have 4 screws left. It looks to me that I lost one screw somewhere. That's always fun, and I have to look for it. So I'm going to start with this one here on the side. So 1 on the side, 2 on the bottom, and 1 on the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and do the other side. And so I'm one screw short. I don't know how the heck I lost it, but somehow I did. Okay. This magnet has no more screws. So I guess One fell off and must be on the floor somewhere. So I'm gonna go ahead and magnetize the tip one more time. Okay, so now I'm just missing one screw. I'm just going to make a quick observation on the ground and see if I can find it. And if not, it's not going to be a big deal because I got a bunch of screws like that around. And I don't see it on the floor, so that was that one that I said, hey, the screw just fell off, and I'm looking over here next to my computer and I cannot see one, so it's okay for now. So now we'll take the memory card and insert the memory card. There we go. Now we're going to power up. And see, it's not complaining about memory card because I already put one in. Okay, let's push the menu button and I get the menu. And we can go up and down. The buttons work. So everything is working. These buttons are working, and this would be, of course, to take the picture. So I go. Okay. Alright, so it's working, and that's what I wanted to do. Okay, so now the only thing I have to do is charge it. So let me shut this off because it's a brand new battery. So the thing you should do is charge it right away and make sure that that battery is for the first time charged to its limit, or to whatever it's supposed to be. Okay, so that's my second video, how to put the camera together. Here is, of course, the waterproof case for it, right here. And of course, goes like that, and you close it. I don't think I want to use it right now for the for underwater purposes. I actually want to make a camera that's going to be faced on my chest, somehow like this. So I'm going to have to print something. So basically this will always be looking at what I'm looking at, and then and record that way. So that's all for today. Thank you for watching.